Did you know that the average American spends hundreds of dollars each month on impulse purchases? It's a staggering amount when you think about it. These are purchases that weren't planned for, often made on a whim, and can add up quickly without us even realizing it. That's right, hundreds of dollars on things they didn't plan for and might not even need. These impulse buys can range from small items like snacks and magazines to larger, more expensive items like electronics or clothing. These unplanned splurges can quickly drain your bank account and leave you feeling financially stressed. The stress of seeing your hard-earned money disappear on things that don't bring long-term value can be overwhelming. We've all been there, standing at the checkout line with a cart full of items we hadn't intended to buy. It's a common scenario, and it often leads to buyer's remorse once we get home and realize how much we've spent. But what if there was a simple way to curb this impulse spending and regain control of your finances? Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly where your money is going and being able to save for the things that truly matter. The truth is, we live in a world of instant gratification. Everywhere we turn, there's a new product or service being marketed to us, promising to make our lives better or easier. We're constantly bombarded with advertisements and tempting offers that urge us to buy now, think later. These marketing tactics are designed to trigger our emotions and make us feel like we need to act immediately. This buy now, pay later mentality can be incredibly seductive, leading us to make rash decisions that we later regret. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a sale or a limited time offer, only to feel the sting of regret when the bill arrives. But it's important to remember that true financial security comes from making conscious, deliberate choices about our spending. By being mindful of our purchases and prioritizing our financial goals, we can avoid the trap of impulse buying and build a more secure financial future. Instant gratification is a powerful force. It's the desire to have something immediately without any delay. This urge can be so compelling that it often overrides our better judgment. When we see something we want, our brains release dopamine, a feel-good chemical that makes us crave that item even more. This dopamine rush is similar to the pleasure we get from eating our favorite food or receiving a compliment. The anticipation of owning something new can be intoxicating. Our brain's reward center lights up, making the item seem even more desirable. This is why we often find ourselves making purchases on a whim, driven by the promise of instant pleasure. This craving can be so strong that it overrides our rational thinking, leading us to make purchases we can't afford or don't need. The immediate satisfaction often blinds us to the long-term consequences, such as debt or financial strain. Impulse buying is often driven by emotions. We might buy something because we're feeling stressed, bored, sad, or even happy. These emotional triggers can make us believe that a new purchase will improve our mood or solve our problems. Emotional purchases provide a temporary mood boost, but the feeling is fleeting. The initial excitement of buying something new can quickly fade, leaving us with the same emotions we were trying to escape. While the joy of a new purchase can be real, it's often short-lived. The satisfaction we feel is temporary, and once it wears off, we're left with the reality of our impulsive decision. Once the initial excitement wears off, we're often left with feelings of guilt, regret, and buyer's remorse. These negative emotions can be overwhelming, making us question our choices and feel disappointed in ourselves. This cycle of emotional spending can be difficult to break, but it's not impossible. By understanding the triggers and recognizing the patterns, we can take steps to regain control over our spending habits. Setting a budget, seeking financial advice, and finding healthier ways to cope with emotions can help us make more mindful purchasing decisions. Enter the 24-hour purchase rule, a simple yet effective strategy to combat impulse buying. This rule states that before making any non-essential purchase, you wait 24 hours. That's it. This pause gives you time to step back from the allure of the item and assess whether it's truly something you need and can afford. The 24-hour purchase rule is not about deprivation. It's about making conscious choices with your money. It's about breaking free from the grip of instant gratification and taking control of your finances. This simple rule can have a profound impact on your spending habits and your overall financial well-being. The 24-hour purchase rule works because it allows the initial wave of excitement and desire to subside. Remember that dopamine rush we talked about? When we wait 24 hours, the dopamine levels in our brains decrease, allowing us to think more clearly and rationally about the purchase. Waiting also gives us time to consider the opportunity cost of the purchase. In other words, what else could we do with that money if we didn't spend it on this item? This simple shift in perspective can be incredibly powerful in helping us make more mindful spending decisions. Ready to put the 24-hour purchase rule into action? It's easier than you think. First, identify your spending triggers. Are you more likely to impulse buy when you're stressed, bored, or shopping online? Once you know your triggers, you can be more mindful of your spending in those situations. Next, set a spending limit for yourself. This is the amount of money you're comfortable spending without waiting 24 hours. Any purchase above this limit requires a 24-hour cooling off period. Finally, find ways to distract yourself during the waiting period. Go for a walk, read a book, or call a friend. The key is to shift your focus away from the item you're considering buying. Real-world wins. How the 24-hour rule saves the day. Imagine this. You're browsing online and stumble upon a gorgeous pair of shoes that are 50% off. You're instantly smitten and about to click add to cart when you remember the 24-hour purchase rule. You take a step back and decide to wait. The next day, you wake up and realize you don't need another pair of shoes. You already have a closet full. The urgency to buy has vanished, and you've saved yourself a significant amount of money. This is just one example of how the 24-hour purchase rule can help you avoid making unnecessary purchases. Beyond the price tag, the emotional and financial rewards of mindful spending. The benefits of avoiding impulse purchases extend far beyond your bank account. When you're more mindful of your spending, you reduce financial stress and anxiety. You also gain a sense of control over your finances, which can boost your self-esteem and confidence. Moreover, mindful spending allows you to focus on what truly matters to you. Instead of wasting money on fleeting desires, you can allocate your resources towards experiences, relationships, and investments that bring lasting happiness and fulfillment. This shift in mindset can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Take the 30-day challenge. Put your impulses on hold. Ready to experience the transformative power of the 24-hour purchase rule firsthand? I challenge you to implement the rule for the next 30 days. During this time, commit to waiting 24 hours before making any non-essential purchase. Track your progress and notice how your spending habits change. You might be surprised by how much money you save and how much calmer you feel about your finances. This challenge is an opportunity to break free from impulse spending and embrace a more mindful approach to money. Embrace mindful spending, a path to financial freedom and peace of mind. In a world that constantly encourages us to spend, the 24-hour purchase rule is a powerful tool for reclaiming control of our finances and our lives. This rule is simple yet effective. Before making any non-essential purchase, wait for 24 hours. This pause allows you to reflect on whether the purchase is truly necessary or just an impulsive desire. By implementing this rule, you can significantly reduce unnecessary spending and make more thoughtful financial decisions. It's a simple shift in mindset that can have profound and lasting benefits. When you give yourself time to think, you often realize that many of the things you wanted to buy were not essential. This practice not only helps in saving money but also in reducing clutter and promoting a minimalist lifestyle. Over time, you'll find that your financial stress decreases and your savings grow, giving you a sense of accomplishment and peace of mind. Remember, true wealth is not about how much you earn, but how much you keep and how you choose to spend it. Mindful spending is about making intentional choices that align with your values and long-term goals. It's about prioritizing experiences and investments that bring lasting joy and satisfaction rather than fleeting pleasures. By focusing on what truly matters, you can build a more secure and fulfilling financial future. By embracing mindful spending, you can achieve your financial goals, live a more fulfilling life, and create a brighter financial future for yourself and your loved ones. This approach not only benefits you, but also sets a positive example for those around you, encouraging a culture of financial responsibility and mindfulness. Imagine the freedom of being able to make choices based on what truly matters to you without the burden of financial stress. So, take the challenge, break the cycle of impulse buying, and experience the transformative power of the 24-hour purchase rule. Start today and see how this simple practice can lead to a more intentional, peaceful, and financially secure life. The journey to financial freedom and peace of mind begins with mindful spending. Embrace it and watch your life transform in ways you never thought possible.